everybody that's returning. And those of you that are new, welcome to my platform. I hope everybody is having a good day. Please like this video. It would greatly help this platform. Welcome in Shaman Maria. And make sure that you're subscribed to the channel, okay? So we're calling upon the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. We're asking that they can be with us now. We're also calling upon our spiritual team of highest light and resonance and asking that our ancestors and spirit guides protect us, keep us safe from in this reading from any bullies or anybody that would try to target us for any reason. We also ask that the Most High God continue to bless and prosper us and to keep us safe. And we thank you, God. All praise, honor, and worship and glory goes to you. Amen. Okay. So by watching my videos, you're agreeing to the contract of being in control of yourself, being responsible for yourself, and with any of the information being channeled. Please be on your best behavior because the Most High God is watching and the Holy Spirit is listening. By watching my videos, you're agreeing to not attack, bully, or persecute me for my calling. Also, this contract includes no gatekeeping, no shadow banning, and no copyrighting my content. Everything said on this platform is copyrighted by God and the Holy Spirit. So don't steal from them and don't do witchcraft on me, voodoo on this platform, or send negative energy, okay? All bullies will be canceled, rebuked, blocked, and reported, not only in the physical realm, but as well to the Most High God and the Holy Spirit. Okay, welcome in, Fashionista. So we have here, rise up. This matter is in your hands. We will support you. So take courage and do it. Ezra 10-4. Okay, so that is the prayer for today, telling you to rise up and do whatever this is that you're meant to do while you're here on this earth. You know, don't waste time. Don't dilly-dally. Get to it. And I know that you guys are. I know that you guys are working diligently to get your messages out, to get, you know, the light spread to other people. And this is one reason why I love you guys so much. And thank you guys for all of your support. If any of you have any personal questions, you can send a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App. And then I will pause the collective reading and use another deck of cards to answer your question. Okay. So just know that that's available for you. I put everything in the chat. All right. So your spirit guides want you to know that you have defeated a major enemy / entity, and now you are free to be. Let me just, let's see. Let me just fix this one thing really quick. Okay. All right. So now you are free to be. Amen. Yeah, this is a good one. So you've overcome something major here. You've defeated someone, and these people are like, retreat, retreat is what I keep hearing. So you've caused somebody to have to retreat. That's hilarious. Let me use my sanitizer before okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to see what the Holy Spirit has to say about this. Basically, this is a time to celebrate, you guys. You've overcome something major here. Whoever this person was, they didn't want to see you succeed. They didn't want to see you prosper. And this person doesn't have the ability to block you anymore. So that your roads are being unblocked, you guys. Whatever was stopping you is no longer there. Okay, so let's see what comes out. 3, you've mastered something. When it comes to somebody or something, you have mastered it. Forgiveness, compassion, grace, humility, and honesty. You guys are already very humble people. Anybody that serves the Lord is a humble person. You guys have shown grace to this enemy and to this entity so many times. And now the Most High God is showing grace to you. You have shown grace and you've forgiven witches, warlocks, wizards, magical practitioners, shamans, and people that were abusing their power. So you've overcome something really big here by being able to forgive them. It says, pick a card from the Time Oracle. So we're going to see what energies were involved in this and what else Spirit has to say about it. I'm so proud of you guys. You know, you were able to defeat this enemy without having to get revenge on them. And so God is so proud of you. Make sure you guys like the video. It really helps this platform get noticed, and it helps me. And thank you guys for liking the video in advance. Thank you guys for being supportive, and thank you guys for being loving. All right, let's see. December. So literally, you have done something this month, and we're just at the beginning of December. Again, my readings are timeless, so whenever you get to this information, there's going to be messages in it that are for you, and it's basically catered to each and every one of you. So it says, give and receive to have all the resources you need. This Yuletide, you will have all the resources that you need, okay? And also, because of the work that you've done in past Decembers, like Yuletide energies, you are going to have a very prosperous Christmas this year. Yeah, change your course. So somebody was trying to change your course, or you may be changing your course. You may be, whoa, Virgo just flew out. There could be a Virgo that the Virgo is from August 23rd to September 22nd. Okay, so because you didn't fall for this rapture trap this past September, if you know about the rapture that happened on the 23rd, because you didn't fall for that, that was a negative entity that was pushing that agenda. Because you didn't fall for that false prophecy, you are being rewarded. Because a lot of people gave their homes away, they gave their cars away, they gave their possessions away, they gave their children to DCFS because they thought that they were going to rapture. Yeah, you're evolving. You are in the state of evolution currently. Okay. And you could have had to change your course or change your outlook on something so that you could be open and ready to receive. But I feel like you are, and you're evolving as a spirit, the spiritual being in a physical vessel. You know, this new change that's coming in is up in the air, but it does feel like it's going to happen in December. It says the timing is uncertain, so change your approach. If there is something that you're trying to reach for, you may want to look at viewing it through the eyes of compassion, grace, and humility. There is definitely an Aries here, somebody that is from March 21 to April 19th, that wants to help you build upon some type of resource that you already have. So you may come into contact with somebody that's going to help you change your outlook, or that's going to help you, inspire you to be more passionate or to follow your passion's lead, which I really love. You guys are very creative beings, and you're here to create, and God is protecting you and making sure that you see prosperous times ahead. These witches and warlocks, you could have been dealing with an Aries or a Virgo that was working against you, that wants you to change your approach. But God is telling you that these people that are fake friends, fake associates, whatever, acquaintances, followers, that these people are about to have a great fall. Just like how I dropped that card, these people are about to fall like that. And I use my foot to pick it up. So these people are also going to be your footstool. Too many cards at once, Spirit. Yeah, so you're going to be these people's footstool. This could have been an ex-friend, an ex-lover, baby mama, baby father, ex-husband, ex-wife, okay, that doesn't want you to love yourself. This person or these people, these exes, ex-coworker, they were trying to use voodoo against you. This person was also trying to bully you online. They thought that if they hacked your devices, bullied you, and harassed you through the internet by abusing technology, that they would be rewarded. And these gang stalkers are only being rewarded with negative karma. You're not going to stop loving yourself just because somebody wants to pick on you. You guys, your skin is much thicker than it used to be. And you're not going to sit around crying because somebody wants to make fun of you. I don't care what these people say to you or what they try to do to you. You are more powerful than them. Love is the greatest thing that we have in this world. It is the most powerful energy that we possess as human beings. Love will conquer any type of entity, any type of demon. You can literally love someone to death, okay? Your kindness can actually kill somebody, because when you don't reciprocate negative energy to people that send it to you, what does that do? When you give them unconditional love, and that's not saying that you give them special love. Unconditional love is, I love the dirt that's on the ground. I unconditionally love it because it exists. I unconditionally love the birds outside. I'm not giving my special rare love to them. I'm giving that unconditional dirt love to them, basically. And so you have been able to love your enemy, and this is why you have the victory, and they do not. And these people will never understand how your love can overthrow their tyranny, like tyranny. 6, you also have been able to overcome some type of poverty spell, some type of blockage, a roadblock, something that was intentionally put in your way with the use of voodoo. You have overcome it and you have transmuted that energy like a boss. Okay. You have done this through going through for walks, spending some time spending some time outside, spending some time with a pet. You have literally overcome this just by living your life and ignoring purposeful triggers. Because you got people triggered, angry, salty, pressed, pissed off, vengeful, wrathful. Oh my gosh, my words. It's like somebody has tried to do a tongue twister spell or something. I rebuke it in the name of Christ. We're going to figure out who these people are, who these exes are, why in the hell they won't just go away. You got somebody that wants revenge against you. They could be thinking about that's not cool, trying to unalive somebody's pet. Okay. If you feel like your pet is in danger, please do a cleansing on your pet. You can pray over your animals. You can use sage to cleanse them. You can bless them. You can bless their collar. You can get them microchipped. Okay. Somebody wants to come abduct your animal and unalive it so that you find your animal dead. And I don't even like saying stuff like that because that's horrible. But that's what these people, because their voodoo did not work on you and they weren't able to gain dominion over you and over your life, they feel like an animal is protecting you. So they want to remove that protection. These people will be severely punished for that. And I don't feel like it's going to be successful. If these people plan on coming to your house when you're not there and abducting a pet, they're not going to be able to do that. Education, college, externship. This person could be very triggered by you being educated in alchemy. Okay. They could be very upset. You know, these people could have literally gone to some type of witchcraft school or done some type of studying. Okay. On how to do this witchcraft on you, and they're very upset that it's not working. You're dealing with a false person, somebody that, you know, is an ex-coworker, ex-lover, ex-friend, ex-wife, ex-husband. This is somebody from your past. They felt like they were going to just strip you of your spiritual inheritance and of your physical one as well. And these people don't have the power to do that. Let's get the likes up, you guys. We got 14 people watching, 9 likes on the video. These people were they were studying you. And they were also studying on how to cause you a tragedy, a loss, some type of sorrow, grief, pain, and natural disasters. That's where this let me go unalive their pet idea came from. These people are about to be in for a very rude awakening. Yeah, these people might want to be mindful about going into nature because there are cryptids that will come for these people. Good. Your dog is chipped. Good. And the blessing of and animals and Palo Santos and salt codes. I love it. Had a nasty comment about it this week. Responded yesterday. Wow. Sticking up for his rights protection. Exactly. I'm so sorry that somebody was being mean to you. That really sucks. Yeah. People are just fucked up. Like some people are just really fucked up. They don't want to see you have a pet. They don't want to see you have life in your body. I mean, these people are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. This is some but trickster energy. These people, I feel like this person from your past wants to come in and deceive you, but they know that you're wise to their deception, to their trickery. You're not going to fall for whatever this is. Yeah, these people wanted to make you the villain of their story when you're really not the villain. You're actually the hero. You're the teacher. You're the lover, and you are the ancestor. These people have greatly offended your spirit guides and your spiritual team. These people were trying to cause you to have a car accident, a roadblock, an obstacle. They wanted you to go through a dark night of the soul, and it's now them that's going through this. And these people wanted you to trauma bond with them. You're not trauma bonding with anybody, not over no voodoo. And these people that tried to set this shit up to fail, they could have been thinking about messing with your vehicle. These people will be seen, they will be caught, and they will be punished. MK Ultra. Mind control. These people see you having spiritual abilities and they want to utilize that for this country's benefit. They don't want you utilizing your spiritual abilities for the world's benefit. And how fucking self-centered is that? You're here to help all people, not just people in this country. You know what I mean? And of course, it's not MK Ultra's fucking business what you're doing. I do feel like MK Ultra doesn't want these people to gain a victory over you for some reason, which means that they have another plan in their mind to mess with your foundation or your stability or your protection. Air sign energy. There could be an air sign that is up under the control of MK Ultra, that is being mind controlled to come against you. This could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person. This person is pissed off because you will not give to them anymore. You won't allow them to siphon your energy, and you won't allow them to victimize you. You know what I mean? Yes, you help intergalactic, not only US of A. Exactly. You guys are here to help the world, not just a group of people. And if the government feels a type of way about that, oh fucking well. You know, this person that's an air sign is not in the government, but they're definitely being controlled by these projects. They're definitely being controlled by these projects, and they're studying you like you're a book or like you're a course, you know. This air sign could be a neighbor to you. They could be in the community, or they could want to be in the community. These people are trying to infiltrate your city, area code, etc. with MK Ultra people. And I don't care how many people they get to spy on you or whatever, or to watch you. You are going to continue to heal the planet. These people want you to use your spiritual gifts to benefit MK Ultra, okay? They want you to use you as some type of superhuman. And they've been allowing this air sign to test you to this point by doing voodoo on you and shit. They've been allowing this to go on because they wanted to see if you could be utilized, if your psychic abilities could be utilized for the government. But now that they figured out that, yes, your psychic abilities can be utilized and you do actually possess them, they're going to stop this air sign by gang stalking this air sign that was having people gang stalk you. Now this air sign is about to be gang stalked. Wow. And literally, this is all with the intent to get this person up off your back, because they would not let go and they wouldn't release your energy. Weird, you've been watching movies on MK Ultra. This is so for you. Oh my gosh. No, I did not ban you. And I don't know why YouTube does what it does, but it has a like sensor on it or something. And so I just rolled a 1. So if you guys have your comments blocked, that's not me. I don't have the ability to do that. That is literally whatever YouTube's like AI censorship thing is. And so sometimes I won't be able to see the comments that you guys make. And I'm really sorry about that. I literally don't have any control over that. But no, I did not ban you. I remember the person that I got rid of yesterday that was bullying me, and you are not that person. So I'm not for sure why YouTube is monitoring your comments, but that's really weird. And I've always wondered, like, is it an AI that's doing this? Because I don't know how it works. The username of that person. Yeah, I remember the username of that person. It was not you. So yeah, no, I have definitely not banned you. And if YouTube is doing that, it's for some type of reason. And so if you continue to have that problem, you may want to just contact YouTube and ask if there's something going on, if there's something wrong, like a block, or if there's something, you know, because I don't know how it all works. I don't have control over that part. So any of the comments that YouTube deems inappropriate, and some of these comments I know that people have made are not inappropriate, but if it sees something in the chat that it deems inappropriate, it won't even allow me to see that. It literally censors it to the point, and I don't have any control over that. Like literally, it's weird. You know, it's an AI system is what I think. So this air sign is about to be gang stalked, harassed, and infiltrated by these neighbors. Okay. So for some reason, MK Ultra is coming in to protect you because they see you as an asset to this country. And they now see this air sign as a problem to this country. Yes, advanced courses for dealing with narcissists. This content is for free. If you guys have any personal questions, you can send a $20 PayPal or $20 Cash App, and then I'll pause the collective reading and answer your personal question. So that's the way that I'm doing personal readings. But yeah, I don't have any online courses at this point. I've just written a book. It's in the middle of being published right now. And yeah. And then I have this book, which I read from time to time. And I put that book in the chat because that's the one that's helped me on my spiritual journey get to where I'm at. You just had to report that commenter for bullying you on your post. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But continue to block, cancel, and report them. Yes, so this book is the one that jumpstarted my spiritual journey. It's the link to it's actually in the chat. It's called The Truth of God by Michael STEADMAN. And then when my book on Vasago tarot card spreads and spells, it basically helps you learn how to read cards for yourself, and then it helps you do spell work with the Most High God, and with the major arcana cards, so that you can better your life. And so I will let you guys know when that it should be in the next few days or so when that is ready. But yeah, I suggest that you get this one first, read this one, because you're going to need to develop an intuitive ability so that you can get yes and no answers from your higher self. And that is in this book on how to do that for when you read your own cards. And it's, it'll only take you a little while to read that book, because it's like literally a 5-year-old, or not, maybe not a 5-year-old, but somebody in like the 5th grade could probably read this book and understand it. So let's see what else is going on here. 1 again. So let me roll it again. Okay, 3. So 13 could be significant. The number 13. The number 13 in the tarot is Scorpio, and it's also the death card. So this air sign is about to experience an ending. That is what I can definitely feel. Whoever they are, they were trying to come up against a chosen one, and now the MK Ultra has proven you to have these abilities, these psychic powers. Oh, thank you. Much love to you. Much San Antonio, Texas. Nice. Wow. Yeah, I've heard that Texas is really hot. I've only been there like one time, and I think that Texas had probably the prettiest women throughout the entire country. I saw the most beautiful people in Texas. So yeah, so this air sign is being infiltrated. They were working with other people. A principality. This person was trying to strip you of a dignity, a power that you have. They wanted you to be publicly shamed and humiliated, and they're about to have their ashe stripped away from them. This person's ancestors have also abandoned them, and they're getting back all of the negative energy that they were sending to you. This person, there is no God of any religion that this person can go to. Yaldabaoth, Theos, Sakla, Jehovah, Yahweh, Nyarlathotep, Shuggus, Sophia, and Allah. There is no God of any religion that's going to save this person from this principality and from trying to basically derail you off of your divine life purpose and your destiny. I do feel like this air sign is delusional. They think that you've actually done something to deserve this weird shit. You've like literally not done anything to this person, this ex-friend, ex-coworker, whoever they are, ex-husband, ex-wife, date, baby mama, baby daddy. This person loves to use a lot of air, a lot of word magic, trying to mess with you. Earth sign energy. This person could be a Capricorn, Aquarius cusp. Let me just ask, what are the air earth cusps? Okay, air earth sign cusp could be Virgo, Libra. It could be Capricorn, Aquarius. All air earth cusps are the traditional periods between an air and earth sign zodiac where a person's birthday falls on or near the date one sign ends and another begins. That's what a cusp means. So there's a Capricorn, Aquarius, Yeah. There's also, it was showing up Virgo, Libra, which we did have Virgo show up in the sacred timing deck. So interesting. There could be somebody also that is like a Taurus air sign cusp. Interesting. This person has tried to, they want to show up in the reading though as an air sign. That's what they don't want people. Oh, you're a Virgo? Nice. Virgos have such good energy. I think that Virgos have their own superpower, truly. Yes, I do believe that karma exists. Yeah. And why sometimes it takes longer for it to happen is because what from my perspective, God gives these people an opportunity to repent. Like God will allow people to get away with their ridiculous crimes for a long time. And when I say God, I'm also talking about the universe and the higher self. God will give these people time to. Oh, you did? Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Go ahead and send your question. But yeah, God will give people a certain amount of time to basically do right by others. And if they decide not to do that, then God will all of a sudden make all of their karma come at once. And then that's when you see people have a major fall. But sometimes where it's delayed, it's because it could be something that you need to do, like returning somebody's energy back to them, rebuking them, canceling out any spiritual contracts, because a lot of the times these witches and warlocks, they will what a great question, fashionista. They will try to tie you up in a spiritual contract without your knowledge and like basically coerce you in the dream state to enter into a covenant with them so that they can keep the negative karma and stuff going, which is absolutely insane. Okay. So we're going to go to the Guardian Angels Tarot to answer your card, Fashionista. And Fashionista asked, what do my angels want me to know at this time? Okay. So, okay, that you are being freed of something. You're also being protected at this time. Whatever love hexing was going on, that is being completely reversed. I feel like these people are going to have to back off of your energy, Fashionista, whoever these weird people from your past are. You've got a couple people that are looking at you like you're their golden star or you're their golden ticket to being freed up from some negative karma or to being delivered. And then I just seen something over there. Okay. So I don't know if you know about the Orisha named Oshun, but I have a painting of her on the wall, and that's literally talking to me right now. You're being reminded that there may be something that you're feeling insecure confirmation about when it comes to the way that you look. You need to know that you're very beautiful. You're a very attractive person. Okay. Your energy is beautiful as well. So the goddess Oshun is asking you to basically spend some time in front of the mirror doing positive affirmations about the way that you look, and to not, what I'm hearing is she's saying to, oh, you're so welcome. She's saying that your vision may be distorted with glamour magic. So looking at yourself in water, like going to a lake and looking at your reflection in water, that something about that is going to help shift your vision so that you can see, so that this body dysmorphia that I'm picking up on, which is what somebody tried to send to you, so that you would not feel good enough about yourself to be with anybody sexually. Wow, how low vibrational. The goddess Oshun is going to help you clear that away. She's also here to tell you that even if you don't have African melanated skin, obviously, even if you don't have melanated skin, that you still have the Orishas backing you. Also, Shango is another Orisha that really protects you. So you're just being called to basically gaze into water and look at your reflection. I'm being shown the Lion King when Simba is looking in his reflection and he sees his father. Oh, I just got chills. Wow. So there's something significant about that scene in the Lion King. Four of water. So you being protected has got somebody else feeling like they need to distract you from your protection. This protection is something that's given to you by God. This is not something that anybody will be able to distract you from. I'm also seeing how this person is turned away from the ocean. If they would turn towards the ocean, they would gain much healing and they would not be discontent and bored. And so, the person, whoever this is that's coming up in your energy, they are being distracted right now by your angels. And then I just was brought to earth sign energy. They may have been trying to affect your finances. You've got somebody in the 10 of fire, overworked, stressed, and imbalanced. So this person, your angels want you to know that somebody has been working really hard to block your love life and that these blockages are being removed. It's not just your love life. It's about how you feel about yourself as well. They tried to change that, which is not an easy thing to do. These people want you to think that these thought forms that they're sending you while you sleep are yours, but they're not your thoughts. 8 of Earths. These people know also that you are working on your divine life purpose. You're creating something really big here for other people to be able to benefit from. You could be designing a new fashion brand. You could be designing a new look. Okay. These people don't want you gaining any type of success. You've been seeing white birds. Oh, good for you. Yeah, white birds are a very good sign. That's a very good sign. White is all about purity, and white birds remind me of the Holy Spirit. That's what I think that is. The 10 of water. See, you are meant to have a family with love and blessings. This is your true energy. These people from your past, fashionista, they don't want you to believe in yourself. They don't want you to believe that you can have this happy life and this happy outcome. And I'm not for sure why they're so adamant with this principality trying to work against you. But, we cancel and rebuke these people in this principality for trying to block you. And we ask that God do a divine intervention. I do feel like your self-worth is getting better, and you know that you're worthy of love. You know that. You're going through a state of renewal right now. Absolute renewal, which means reflection, self-evaluation, and you're going through a rebirth. In a couple weeks from now, you are not going to feel like the same person that you are today. It's because of this energy of the magician that you hold within. You're able to alchemize what's being sent to you, and you're also being sheltered right now. This is manifestation, empowerment, and preparedness. So basically, you're preparing your heart chakra so that you can go through a state of renewal and be free of these limiting emotions. Somebody wants you in the energy of the dark night of the soul where you're confused and don't know which way to go. But you're over here investing in yourself. You're making conscious assessments, and your angels are guiding you to this money tree. So you're just being asked to be patient, because healing is not something that is like healing sometimes takes a little bit of time. And so you're just being asked to be patient with your angels and be patient with God and be patient with yourself. Wow. It's like two realities. There's two realities existing at once here. Okay. So we cancel and rebuke any reality where you don't get the prize. Okay. Where you don't get this justice, because this justice is due to you. Fairness, the law of karma. These people will get their shit. You're balancing something out when it comes to your heart and when it comes to how you view the world. You're also completing a cycle. It says compromise, self-control, and moderation. You're moderating how much energy you give to people, places, and things that don't serve you, and how much energy you give to the past, as far as the past having control over your present. And I feel like you're breaking free of something that was very oppressive energy. Yeah, something that somebody was doing up under the moon to block you. It's funny how when people see you succeed, they go right to creating illusions. There could be somebody that's having a revelation that you are in your Libra ascending energy, and you're balancing your karma, and you're drawing in, karma is being served. You're drawing in a new relationship. One that when this person comes in, you're going to be fully healed, right? So there's our timing, which is a time we want things to happen, and then there's divine time. This is going to be happening in divine time. This person coming in. And I just felt a door open. There was something that was being shut, and something just opened. I just felt the energy of it. Look at this. 2 of water, a relationship, a partner, a commitment. Something is, a door has just opened. And I did see the color red, which is associated with love. So you're going to be able to celebrate with this person. This person, you know, there is somebody that wants to reconcile with you, but you're being guided away from that person. Okay, they were contacting you during this past Mercury retrograde, this person from your past. You're just being guided out of that situation and away from this fucking warlock. Yeah, because there's going to be, you know, a knight of fire, somebody that's very confident, passionate, and adventurous that comes in and literally wants to give you a cup of love. They're saying literally to leave divine time up to God and to just focus on continuing to heal yourself and know that you are a beautiful person, you are attractive, and that you will draw in somebody that sees you for who you are. Yeah, you're claiming your destiny. You're not allowing any of these destiny blockers to take you off of your path. The dreamer. You could be you could end up having dreams about the person that you're going to meet. Beginning, believing, and protected. You are absolutely protected. If there was any type of I want to say ritualistic abuse or anything that you went through as a child, you were protected during that. Even though you did go through something, you were being protected. These people, whoever they were, they thought that they were going to be able to block your future and take something from you. And these people all it did was push you into your calling. The sun, success, recognition, and enthusiasm. You're about to be rewarded and recognized for the light worker that you are. Because you truly are. You serve the light. This is why these people wanted to sacrifice you. They're not able to do that. They're also not able to put whatever this love spell was. They're not able to put this love spirit inside of you. It did happen as you were a child. Yeah. Yeah, and it was meant to block you from having a love union, and because whoever did this to you feels like you being supported is dangerous because you are this light, this bright shining sun. And that these people are foolish because they don't understand that God supports you. So this blockage is basically being removed. High priestess, you're stepping into your calling. Literally intuition, wisdom, and patience. So patience came out twice. So you may want to look if you have any thoughts or beliefs in relation to being patient, or if you have any feelings, which are like the secondary thoughts and beliefs about being patient. Because sometimes it's really hard to be patient when you want something to come in. But if it's not ready to come in, it could be because you need to learn something about patience, or it could be because you're still healing. And trust me, you want this person to come in when you're fully healed so that you can start. You are very impatient. Okay, so that is something that needs to be worked on. And just releasing the need to control everything, because you want this person to come in when you're fully healed. Because when this person comes in and you'll be fully healed, you'll be able to hold a healthy relationship. If you still have wounds in your heart or resentment or anything you're holding on to, that could definitely block you from being able to open up to another person. And this person that's coming in is not going to be like anybody from the past. They're going to be actually for you. And we cancel and rebuke any other realities, any other lifetimes, and any other timelines that are blocking you from achieving what you're here to achieve, and that could be stalling you. Because I'm picking up on the spirit of delay. We rebuke the spirit of delay in the name of Jesus Christ. And we ask that the Most High God rebuke the spirit of delay, because somebody is trying to frustrate you by keeping something away from you. Also, somebody tried to keep your soul away from you. That was a bad idea. 6 of air, relief, hope, and moving on. Yeah, you're in this energy of gaining relief. Yeah, we rebuke the spirit of delay. You're moving on as well. So let's see how the situation is going to change. Because I feel like with you doing just, more healing and allowing God well, obviously you have to leave your house. Intelligent, exuberant, determined. You're very determined. Okay. Which is why you're going to achieve your goals. It's just one of many reasons why you're going to achieve your goals. What was that? The Page of Water, sensitive, open-hearted, intuitive. You've always been an intuitive being, fashionista, since a child. This is why these people thought that you would make the perfect sacrifice. So we ask that the Most High God reverse any type of sacrificial magic or any type of ritualistic abuse that was done throughout your entire timeline as a spiritual being. And we are calling in your divine partner. Somebody wants you to believe that there's no one here for you. That is not true. Yeah, this 7 of fire energy, challenge, determination, resistance. Somebody wants you to resist this change that's about to happen, because you've always been somebody that's a nurturer. You've always been somebody that's very connected to nature, and you're very connected to the fairy realm. You could possibly see little orbs all over your yard, literally. Like you have fairies are all around you that are wanting you to love yourself, to look into some source of water and see your true reflection. There is something very significant about that. And why Oshun is coming forward. She is the Yoruba goddess Orisha of money, wealth, sex, love, and happiness. And of the Yoruba River. King of Air. So this person that comes in, don't be afraid of dating somebody that's a little bit older than you. That's what I'm hearing. If you meet somebody and they have a little bit of gray hair or whatever this is, don't fear that. You also may be meeting this person in winter. Spirit doesn't want you to focus on the timeline, more focusing on the healing of your heart and allowing new experiences to come in. This person's going to be very knowledgeable on how to invest time, money, resources, love. This person is somebody that feels to me like they have their shit together. Like they've had to go through a major healing process. And so this person will actually have wisdom to teach to you. And there is something about being with somebody that's older that is going to benefit you, because it feels like you don't want no spring chicken. You know what I mean? Self-worth, self-love, and self-care. That's exactly it. Yeah. A little bit of gray hair. Yeah. Like you don't want a spring chicken, somebody that's underdeveloped, that hasn't gone through life's initiations basically, and that doesn't know how to move forward. You're very creative at this time. If you guys are seeing white birds, white feathers, literally, that is a sign that your angels are with you. You're also being told to not doubt the energy of the star within you. You've got a talent that is going to bring you a lot of luxury here. When you step into this energy of being independent and luxurious, it's going to have somebody crying over spilt milk in the 5 of water, because you are meant to be world renowned. This King of Air could help you gain access to a bigger following. And then the Knight of Air, intellectual, determined, and motivated. That is your energy. You've got another person in the 9. It's basically the 9 of Swords here. Not the 9 of Air, negativity, worry, and sleeplessness. Somebody wants you so worried about your future that you forget to live in the present, because it's going to be through you living in the present moment that draws this person in. So I just want to use one more deck really quick before we go back to the reading on this situation. I want to use the Twin Flame Tarot to see if this person shows up as the Emperor, because I feel like with you becoming more social, you're going to open yourself up to communicating with other people, right? Which is really important. But taking yourself out on dates, opening yourself up to loving yourself, appreciating yourself, and showing gratitude to yourself, and not thinking that, oh, okay, today I took myself on a date, I showed gratitude, this person's supposed to show up tomorrow. Know that it's going to happen in divine time. And don't think of loving yourself as like a chore or something that you do only to get the reward that you want, which is a lover, right? Because loving yourself is not a chore. It's a task that you're going to do, and you're going to help other people love themselves as well. It's something that you're going to do for a very long time. So getting into a groove of loving on yourself, when you emit that pure frequency, and working on the patience and knowing that there was a spirit of delay, you can continue to cancel and rebuke those contracts. Okay. Yeah, you're about to have a major victory here. The Six of Wands just tried to pop out. Five of Swords. Somebody is trying to put you in the energy of being bullied. This is not okay. Why is this person doing this? They're being very aggressive. Okay. Conflict and arguments. Also, somebody feels like if you get in another relationship, you should be with somebody that's toxic that you'll argue with. Okay. We cancel and rebuke this person. But I'm glad they're showing up so we can know about them so that we can do something about it. I also feel like you're doing the inner work that's necessary to create the path that is going to lead you to the most happiness. Look, this person wants to argue about your Wheel of Fortune. Absolutely not. This person is trying to debate you having this divine partner as part of your fate. It's part of your destiny to have this love union. This person, you broke a cycle with this person and they're really pissed off about it. I wish that they would stop showing up in the energy. But I'm glad that they are, because it's good to know that somebody is trying to cause you some type of strife. It's because they see you entering into this age of the Wheel of Fortune where you're going to get everything you want and more. This person, let's see who they are. Well, somebody that you're getting justice, they're getting their karma right now. This could be the ex. This could also be somebody that is sleeping with the ex, that thinks that you don't deserve happiness. How delusional is that? The Ten of Cups. What this was literally fell upside down. Somebody is trying to destroy your happiness. They don't want you having a family. I don't know if you've had children or not, but your ex wants you to have a kid with them. You're not going backwards. You're not going to give birth to anybody's child. I don't know what the hell. Like, if you want to have children, that'll be something you decide to do in the future. That is not something that's in your path right now. I don't know why this person is trying to turn your world upside down. They need to back up. Look, you're getting a victory, though. You were bullied and hurt. You're getting a victory over this person. Ooh, they pissed me off. I seriously want this person to get over you and move on. God, is there anything that can be done to make this person move the F on? Whoever this is, this ex, can we do something to make them go away? They've already caused enough problems. I guess what you're being guided to do is continue to heal and continue to fill your cup of happiness, because somebody wants you reliant on them. You're never going to be reliant on this ex dumbass. This person's an idiot. You're not going to ever be. God will never put you into a position. This is what this person's trying to do. They want you to be in a position to where you'll have to rely on them and you'll have to accept their bum behavior and basically settle for less. You're not going to settle for less than what you deserve. And you do not deserve to be in a discordant, I don't know if that's a word, but a relationship that has a lot of strife in it, you know? Yeah, this person needs to go away. I almost wish that you could move so that this person could not know where you live, because they continually try to put blockages at your home. Like, this person continues to drive by your house. That is so annoying. Look, this energy right here of having a reunion, the Four of Wands, home and reunion, stability and belonging, celebrations. You're going to have a reason to celebrate. You're actually getting a victory over this person and you will receive justice. This person has done enough. Like, they already traumatized you and you're healing from that trauma actively now. And that's probably why this new person hasn't come in yet, because you're still healing. But this person wants to come in and re-traumatize you. They really want you to be their victim. You are not going to be this person's victim. And you're not going to be this person's slut bucket, whoever they're sleeping with. You're not going to be their victim either. I don't know what these people were thinking, but it's a no. Somebody could also be very, very envious of the way that you look. The Hermit. So you are being guided. Maybe you're going to take a trip home. Something like that. You're being guided to get out of hermit mode. You've been in hermit mode for long enough. I feel like somebody is trying to isolate you. They want to keep you in hermit mode, and it's a no. Okay. You deserve to live a happy, full life, to have great sex, to have great love, to have great finances. And literally, you're here to inspire. There is two realities that are working against each other. So, what can be done about the two realities, God? One needs to be canceled out. You need to forget about any reality where you don't receive love. Yeah, I feel that. I can literally see it and feel it. What needs to be done to enter into the highest timeline, Holy Spirit? Okay, we call upon your higher self, fashionista, to open that door, and we cleanse you of any negative energy that you picked up from anyone else and any negative stuff that's been sent to you from anyone else. We're cleansing, we're asking for your higher self to come through, to open this door to love, to help your heart heal. Okay, so I do feel the pain that's within your heart. So that needs to be released. You know what it feels like? It feels like what a volcano feels like before it explodes. It just keeps bubbling up. Every time that energy bubbles up, that's another thought or belief that needs to be healed. You get that envy all the time, yeah, and you're used to it, but still, yeah, you see everyone as beautiful. Why envy you? Because you are attractive, you're successful, and you have the presence of God within you. Not very many people have that. This Shiva energy. So Shiva, the story of Shiva and Parvati. Shiva sat for thousands of years after his first wife unalived herself. He sat for thousands of years in meditation, patiently waiting for a new lover. And to be honest, at that point, Shiva never really thought about having a new person. Okay. So when Parvati was born, and she was a reincarnation of the first lady, the first twin flame that he was supposed to marry, she came and she distracted Shiva out of the meditation. Says peace and tranquility, balance, patience, and harmony. Patience has come up 3 times out of that deck in this deck. So yeah, you're just being called to be patient with the healing process and with drawing this new person in. I do feel like there is a timeline shift happening. You're probably moving to the highest timeline is what I can feel. So if you were experiencing leg pain, that is random, but like some type of ache in your knee, somebody was trying to block your forward movement. They didn't want you moving on. They also didn't want you able to balance your energy, but you've done that. The Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, money is coming your way. Whatever you're investing in is going to be, you understand why patience is screaming at you. Okay. Yeah. This new opportunity, abundance, prosperity, security, and stability is going to come in because of your temperance. And it is also because you've isolated yourself from people, place. You have been having leg aches. Okay. So that is the magic that's trying to block you from moving forward. So anytime you get that leg ache, I would cancel and rebuke whatever energy, person, place, or thing. And then, you can burn a yellow candle to unblock your energy, but I will also return that because it's not your energy. It's literally not. It's something that they're trying to put on you. It's like something they're trying to attach to you. Knight of Swords, assertive and impatient. And oh my gosh, like seriously, how many times is the patience thing going to come up? Wow. Direct and daring, ambitious and motivated. So there is somebody that is protecting you in this spirit. This person is, I feel like they could be a crossover loved one. I'm kind of picking up a grandpa energy. So you are being protected, but even your guides are starting to be impatient with this process. And it's not of anything that you're doing that's wrong. It's more of this energy that's continually being sent to you, which is a continual agitation. Yeah, that fact that it keeps coming out is wild. The patience part, 7 of Pentacles. So it just keeps reiterating to me that you are going to have an abundant harvest. I'm wondering what, like, you can, okay, if you have a belief that, or anything similar to this belief that you can't have it all, you need to release that. Because what I'm getting, it's like you're going to have emotional support. You're going to have this abundant harvest. You're going to have this reward, but you can have it all. There, don't think when this person comes in that this person's going to be too good to be true. You may want to invest on going on a dating site or going out in public, to meet people. Because just sitting at home is not going to draw a lover in. I wish it was so that could happen. But what I'm seeing is it may take a little bit of effort of putting yourself out there and being confident when you put yourself out there. And yes, you are being protected. Even though you're still picking up the energy of that psychic attack, you're still being protected from it. This is because you're a high priestess. Why these people will not stop bullying you and harassing you is because you have this hidden knowledge. You're an intuitive being, and you're very mysterious. Okay, so what else does she need to know, Holy Spirit? Page of Swords. You do have an energy that's very envious of they're very curious about you, this Page of Swords, but they're spying on you. They're very envious of your intuitive nature, and they're trying to find out information on you. Why are they doing this? 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Because they want to put you in some type of hardship or loss. That's ridiculous. Who is this person? Is this like an old friend or something? There's somebody that was competing with you for a long time. Or is this somebody that she doesn't know? No, this is somebody that you do know. You do know of. Confirmation. 3 of Pentacles. Teamwork, collaboration, efforts, and goals. So basically, this teamwork makes the dream work. Your spiritual team is working together to basically bring you out of this oppression. That is crazy to me that somebody feels the need to spy on you like this and to continually watch you. Like, fuck enough with that. We cancel and rebuke. The Chariot. Determination, success, and moving forward. Okay, confirmation. Yeah, you're about to gain the victory. You're about to move on from something. I would also cleanse your vehicle. God, these people are so annoying. It's like, when will the universe just deal what they ask? I totally understand being impatient with people getting their karma, because I feel that every day. I'm like, when will they get their shit? You're dealing with people that are in conflict. They're competing with you. So you're dealing with somebody that is competitive. They're aggressive. Yeah, it's not a competition. It's not a race. But literally telling these delusional people that is like not going to do anything, basically. These people believe that you are their competition, fashionista. They truly believe this. And the thing is that you're not out here flaunting. Like, the way that these people, they want to humble you, and they're acting like you're out here flaunting your shit like you're better than everybody else. You are not like that. That is not the core of who you are. Like, you're the exact opposite. You're probably one of the most humble people I've come across. So I don't know why these people feel the need to humble you. What they want to do is break you down to force you to fit into their low vibrational category. They want to sacrifice you. So that's what, when the ritualistic shit came up in the other deck, I was like, okay, well, we cancel and rebuke any type of ritual that was done to sacrifice you. These people want you stuck, and they want you to not know which way to go to move forward. Okay, what is the resolution for this situation? What do we need to do? What prayer do we need to do? Continue to pray to Archangel Chamuel and Archangel Raphael. Continue to ask for guidance and continue to work on being patient. Somebody wants you in the energy of the Fool, having to start over continuously. They also don't want you going on an adventure without them, but this is part of your destiny. King of Swords. Yeah. Logical, analytical, emotionally detached. So maybe you're being called to emotionally detach from things, people, places, and things that don't serve you. There is somebody that's going to be in a position of authority. I feel like this person could be in the spirit, and they also could be in the physical. Let's see, what is this card? Ace of Cups. You've got an Ace of Cups here. So you do have a new love that's going to be coming in. Feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. So you may not understand it now, but in the future, you will understand why you had to go through this waiting period. Because there's a lot of stuff that was going on that we weren't aware of. And that's why looking at the situation is a good thing. This was one reason why I love people that are into tarot, because they're actually seeking answers. Yeah, somebody's up under judgment currently. It's a reckoning, yo. It says awakening, reckoning, reflection. There could be a murder of crows around this person right now that is up under judgment. You're being seen as the high priestess, somebody that can tell right from wrong and that can tell who is for you and who's not. There's also somebody that's trying to affect the way that you feel about your body. Ace of Swords, you're getting the truth at this time. Clarity, truth, new ideas, victory, and triumph. So you are having a victory over this person. So yeah, literally, you're having a victory. Yes. Yeah. So basically, working on patience is going to be the most important thing. And then putting trust and faith that God has heard you and God will answer your prayers. And literally, these people, don't wait around for them to get their shit. Just know that it's in the process right now. Four of Swords, taking a break, relaxing, peace, self-reflection, and resting. So you're being called to rest because you are going through a state of renewal. That's what this other deck was saying. So as you heal and renew yourself, you want to get to a point where nothing that was done against you is bothering you anymore. And at that point, when you go, oh, I don't need a lover, I don't need somebody, at that point, that's when somebody is going to come in. It's really weird how the universe does that. Yeah, you're dealing with somebody, the person that has put you into this state of having to heal yourself, this ex of yours, they're wearing a mask still. They're trying to hide and avoid, and this person wants to avoid their karma. They think that they're smarter than you. That's another problem that I have with this ex of yours. They fucking literally think that they're smarter than you, and this is one of the stupidest people ever. And I don't mean to talk bad on this person, but I really want them to leave you alone. And the fact that they will not stop obsessing over you, they want to keep you isolated in hermit mode so that you don't meet anyone. So that's why I think putting yourself out there and getting prepared to put yourself out there, going and looking into water rather than looking into the mirror, because, and I would also do a cleansing on your mirrors. You know what I mean? Literally. And you can do the sign of the cross on the mirror to lock it down. But what you want to do is basically keep it safe so that other people cannot spy on you. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to monitor you with the Page of Swords through mirror magic, through gazing into your mirrors. Like weirdos, these people are being weird. The funny shit is that this ex of yours was never spiritual until... Yeah, like literally, this person was never spiritual until you broke up with them. Now, all of a sudden, they want to get into all this witchcraft and shit. I think that is fucking weird. Like, that has got... So if that is a demonic contract or any type of covenant or whatever that is, we cancel and rebuke that shit. Because there is an emperor that... somebody wants you to be confused when this emperor comes in. This person could be a hierophant. They could work maybe in the justice system, or they could be a shaman or something like that. This person will be your true twin flame. Somebody wants you to be confused when this person comes in. And you're not going to be confused about this person because they're going to be part of your wish fulfillment. But this ex has got to go. Two of Swords. This person is trying to make you stuck. They want you at a crossroads, you know? Yeah, why is everybody obsessed with spying? I don't know. It's a good question. Because, you know, I feel like why they want to spy on y'all is due to the fact that you guys are high priestess. You're intuitive beings. They want to know what you know without having to actually come to you to ask you what you know. And they are basing upon what they feel you can perceive about them, because they want to block you. This is all about blocking you. That's why, you know, doing an unblocking. Let me just ask. Hold on. Let me ask the other psychic that I work with a question really quick. Okay. And we'll see, this person's probably going to get back to me in hopefully just a few moments. So I asked, what is blocking my client from having a lover come into her life? She has an ex that keeps trying to block her. Is there anything that can be done about that? Because I don't feel like you're blocking yourself. I feel like this Two Swords is somebody else intentionally trying to block you. Hopefully they see that. King of Cups. So there is somebody that's very wise here. And I feel like this King of Cups is the same person as the Emperor. This is all the same energy. Okay, good. They're looking at it right now. So you will notice this person, okay, this person is also going to be very intuitive. That's what I'm getting. They're also going to be very balanced. A flock of crows are talking now. They're reading. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. I was just talking about like a murder of crows, and I don't know why I even said it that way. Maybe because I was watching Wednesday, but yeah, it came through like a murder of crows is stalking somebody. So the crows are telling you about this reading. That is so funny. I do feel like you're going to be the victor when it comes to this situation. The moon. It's just more confirmation, the illusions, hidden confusion, secrets, and uncertainty. Somebody wants you in the energy of not being certain who your person is. It's ridiculous. Okay, so what this other psychic just said is that they're feeling it in your root chakra that you're not feeling safe about some situation, and that's blocking it from being what you would like it to be, which actually kind of aligns with the patience thing. So yeah. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, I really want this love to come in for you. So there is something going on in the root chakra. Okay, let me just ask there could also be something that you're believing about God, or for this is not even a this lifetime belief that needs to be released. So doing the mind technique is really going to help. It is a belief. Okay, good. Because I was like, is the root chakra thing witchcraft or a belief? It is a belief. So if you're feeling like it's not safe to date, or it's not safe to meet new people, or it's not safe to love again, those are the beliefs that are working against you. So we're going to go ahead and clear the energy, and then I want you to go through the book and do the mind technique in it. Wow, that is so funny. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, the energy is already cleared right now. I was like, can we clear it? There's like, it's done. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, also, this moon energy feels like something that was done in the past, okay? It was supposed to cause a blockage, but you've broken free of it. The moon energy was what was causing the leg pain. So yeah, I don't want you to be afraid. You're very welcome. I don't want you to be afraid of witchcraft. I don't want you to be afraid of relationships, and I don't want you to be afraid of new people. And I know that sometimes it's like nervous meeting new people, but when you put yourself out there, you don't want to have any type of fear going on in your frequency, because that will block you. And if you're holding on to beliefs that, people are not safe, or that you may run into the same type of person, then that will basically block something from coming in. Okay, so yeah, work on those things and work on the root chakra. You could literally go outside and ground your energy. Okay. That's what I would do, literally, is work on the root chakra and release those beliefs. Yeah, any concerns about your safety, that's exactly the beliefs that I'm talking about. Because if you're not feeling safe, then Spirit's not going to bring in somebody if you're just going to like reject them or not feel like it's safe to connect with them. Does that make sense? So yeah, no, I feel like you are safe. I feel like the person that's not safe is your ex. That's who's not safe. They're not safe because this energy that they were sending to block you is being returned to sender. And so, yeah, I love that. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Touch not my anointed, literally. And remembering, yeah, safety is everything. The root chakra is I would say it's one of the most important chakras due to the fact that all of our body systems have to have that earth energy. And if there's a blockage going on that we're not feeling safe, provided for, secure, then that blockage will stop our systems from having the energy because our bodies are made up of the earth. So we're connected to the earth basically with our feet. And so, I just heard grounding sheet. It may help you to get a grounding sheet. Grounding sheets, what they do, if you have a bed that's off the ground, okay, you can find them online. Literally, if you have a bed that's off the ground, the grounding sheet, what that does is it creates a grounding frequency so that when you're sleeping, you stay grounded. Yes, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And I would go through and do the mind technique and ask yourself. So there is a part in this book that talks about, let me see if I can find it. See. See, what page is it? 221. So there's a part in the mind technique, I'm just going to it right now, where you go through your storylines and you use the mind technique. So you basically go, okay, so the mind technique. You basically go through, the mind technique is the greatest tool that we have. The mind is the greatest tool we have to ourselves, but unbridled, it can be our greatest obstacle. So, I'm just going to read this part. It says, I've been to so many seminars and workshops that would have you search for the meaning of the experience or storyline. That's what I'm talking about. Storyline that is reflecting to you what emotion is it, when and where did it come from? Connect with your inner child. Really feel that negative feeling. Find forgiveness for that other person or yourself. Ask for that forgiveness from God. Substitute that negative emotion with love, and on, basically. They would have you try to figure out all the message so that you know what to keep from doing so it doesn't happen to you again. Although there is a sense of satisfaction that the ego mind gains from this action, that could take from minutes to hours. This is the mind making it complicated. That's basically what's going on here. And so it says, as the joy versus anger technique, which is another technique that gives you the ability to was the most important and useful intuitive application in this book. The mind technique is one of the same importance level, but designed to clear the negative mental and emotional baggage beliefs that we are dragging around, which are influencing the reality that we're experiencing. This method is best used in combination with one of the question asking and answering receiving methods described in this book. So you'll have to go through the joy versus anger technique because that teaches you how to get yes and no answers from spirit immediately. And so it says, described previously or one you're already familiar with for inner confirmation. Even if you don't have an intuitive answer receiving method, the mind is logical enough that it will not make sense to hold on to a belief that doesn't serve you. You just have to acknowledge it for the process to work. The term serve me in the following section refers to serve my highest good. Thoughts and beliefs create the storylines around us to bring our attention to that belief and show us that our focus is not on love, joy, and peace. The mind is so powerful that it knows that the storyline that is presenting itself into our reality is directly connected to this or the beliefs. There could be many. Without you having to take the time to figure out what these beliefs are, the mind will say, we need to figure out what these beliefs are so that we don't repeat them. If succumbing to the mind's request, you may spend hours or days to come up with one belief that could have caused the storyline, but there may be 10, 50, 80 or more beliefs in the subconscious even attached to the storyline. I believe it is better to release all of them as a group, not knowing what they all were. I agree with this. Okay. Oh, the frogs are talking now. I love it. Later, if you do buy back into a belief, the universe will bring it to your attention again with some sort of storyline that doesn't feel good. At that point, when the storyline is being caused by just one belief, it may be good time to understand what the belief is. Some people will say that you have to go back to where the belief started and re-experience it and then forgive the other person. That's not true. Then forgive yourself and ask forgiveness from God. This is the mind making things complicated. It can be so much easier. The mind is so logical that when you understand, not just at a thought level, but at a deeper, I call it a heart knowingness level, that some thoughts and beliefs and emotions don't serve you in a positive way by holding on to them. It's not about that person, that negative experience, or that storyline that is happening around you. Judgment. Catch yourself before you go into step 3. Get out of that negative emotion caused by the judgment of the storyline, which can be the hardest when you are in the middle of an emotional blowout. 4, it says, it is about the beliefs that are drawing this experience into your reality like magnets. That's literally how it works. It says the conscious mind would try to make it more complex by having you figure out what the belief is, but it's not necessary to know it for it to be released. Ask your mind, does it serve me to have this belief? Whatever it is that is creating this storyline. So when it comes to you finding love, all you're going to do is go, does it serve me to hold on to this belief? Any belief that I am not safe, then you're going to get, no, it's not going to benefit you. Yes, the mind has been, okay, good. Your mind's not been super positively, but once you realize it, you immediately rebuke it and reverse it. Perfect. So yeah, so it says this is where your intuitive answer would always reply no, because it doesn't serve you to hold on to any belief that's hurting you. And so, because it never serves you to hold on to a negative belief, the intuitive answer always serves as a confirmation. It doesn't logically make sense to the mind to hold this belief any longer, so the mind just drops it. If the mind would speak to you at that time, it would say, I was only holding on to that belief because when you were 3 or whatever age, your mother or an authority figure at that time told you something that they considered to be good advice, and you took it on as a belief. It has been running all this time, creating a reality that lined up with it. There are many different ways that we have taken on these beliefs in this life and in other lives that have bled through into this lifetime. Certain beliefs may have served you at that time, but you grew up, changed, and they were still running in the background. That's why, just going, okay, whatever this belief is, you don't have to know specifically what it is, but whatever it is, does it serve me to hold it? You get no. Okay, by acknowledging that, it helps it release. I give you the premises of this technique. You make the arrangement with your mind, your tool, because your mind is a tool. It's your mind. Most people, when they're stuck in their ego, their mind rules them. You rule your mind, okay? So it says, eventually, just by acknowledging the experience and knowing it is about the thought and belief and not the storyline causing it, what you are perceiving outwardly, the mind will automatically release it, because it makes no sense to the logical mind not to keep it around, not to hold on to it. The phrase that needs to become ingrained in your repertoire is, does having this thought or belief serve me? I could see that my reality was changing, but I wondered what it was going to take to change the remainder of my creation that didn't look like love, joy, and peace, national and world issues. This came to me as a part of that solution. As we have discussed, our beliefs are drawing occurrences into our reality. By that perceived action, it makes us aware of the belief's presence. Our beliefs reside both in our conscious and unconscious mind. Beliefs in the unconscious mind can be accessed to detach once we recognize that we don't have to define, figure out everything that is stored there. That doesn't serve us, because anything that's stored there doesn't serve us. We don't, the sun's going to rise in the east and set in the west, whether we believe it or not. It says we don't have to wait until the opportunity arises that a belief manifests as an experience into our reality. And that's what happened with your root chakra, is that the belief already manifested as an experience into your reality. So basically, and we feel that negative emotion so that we can acknowledge and detach from it. We don't have to dig them up either. They will show up on their own. This is a lesson that I learned later. By knowing that some beliefs are deep in the unconscious mind, we have the ability to make blank statements to clear them. By acknowledging them, the mind can then release them. Once again, this is very freeing. So without having to feel the negative emotions from each one, we are free to be our true self, basically. As I stated, the hardest time to use the mind technique is when you are in the middle of the universe putting something right in your face in the guise of a coworker or a spouse or a sibling or a son or daughter or a love interest pushing your buttons. This is a great system that we, God, set up to get our attention, to let us know that we have beliefs that do not serve us, creating these circumstances. When these kinds of storylines are in front of you, the most common response is to lash out in some negative way: anger, jealousy, rage, etc. You may hear some people say in a heated discussion, "It's not about you, it's about me." That's taking ownership that the person speaking is broken. I would tell the speaker that it's not about you either. It's about the beliefs that you are having that are creating the experience. It's the same for every aspect of your life. Anything that you perceive as negative: relationships, business, financial, family, etc. It's just a red flag being waved by the universe to get your attention, saying, "Hey, look over here. Release me." That's literally what these beliefs are doing. It says this brings us to what I call the preemptive strike. This is very powerful and should be used immediately after reading and understanding it. A preemptive strike in warfare is when we hit them before they hit us. So think about it this way. By you doing this technique and this preemptive strike, you're going to be hitting the spiritual warfare before it hits you. All right. So that's how do you use the preemptive strike? Is to make a list of all the storylines. This is what I want you to do, fashionista. Make a list of all the storylines in every aspect of your life that feel negative in any way. Write one, and then a brief description of the storyline. Don't get into it emotionally, just a few words so that you can see them, so that you know what the subject relates to. Then under that, write two, and the next brief description. You do that for every storyline that you can think of. Believe me, you won't get them all, but it is just a great start. After you have finished your list, look at number one and ask yourself, does it serve me to have any beliefs that are drawing this storyline into my life? The storyline is you not being able to be loved, you being blocked, your ex, etc. Those are all the storylines. Bam. They are released. Then go down the list asking the same question. So that's what I want you to do. And then make a list of everything that you want in a person. And don't put anything that you don't want in a person. Put only the things that you want and hold on to that list. It says you will release such a large amount of beliefs that are directly related to matters that your conscious mind could think of. Some of the storylines will change right away. Some will take a little time for the universe, you, God, to orchestrate the changes necessary for you to tell a difference. It is important not to take score too fast, meaning give your reality time to change. Sometimes we'll be like, okay, the belief is gone. Where is my person? And so you just have to be patient and allow the universe and the reality to shift, because it will once you release these beliefs. It means giving your reality time to change. If you get up and look around to see the circumstances look the same, you might tell yourself this method doesn't work. that will be your new belief that does not serve you, and your reality will reflect that belief, and it won't work. But it does. So give it a chance. Remember, it's not absolutely necessary to know what the belief is at first, because there are usually many attached to a storyline. You could have a storyline about being afraid of being loved or having the same situation repeat, and there could be 300 beliefs that are attached to that one storyline. So that's why it's not so important to know like every single belief that's in the storyline. Just knowing that the storyline exists gives you the ability to clear the beliefs attached to it. It says it's more important at first to release or drop as many groups of beliefs as you can, because you will have a lot. Because you have not figured out what the beliefs are, you may find that you will take up a belief again. It is much easier to know what the belief is when it's the only one associated with creating a storyline. So after clearing these beliefs, which we've cleared the energy of the belief, but I can't choose your next thoughts for you, but I can tell you that energy of that belief is cleared. So if you were to feel that come up again, then you would want to go, okay, what is it that I'm believing about this experience? And then do the mind technique immediately to take care of it. It says it's much easier to know what the belief is when it's the only one associated with creating a storyline. At that time, it's usually much more obvious what the belief is than knowing what it is. The conscious mind can be on alert for that thought or belief. The universe will still create a storyline to get your attention, and all you have to do then is the mind technique to clear it again. It says it's a free will universe, so you may make the same decisions or have the same thoughts until you get hit with enough negative storylines to make you want to choose a different thought. Sometimes we'll hold on to thoughts like literally feeling like attached to them. And I have felt that before. And so that's why this technique is so great, because it allows you to realize, like, oh, wait, that way of thinking is toxic and it's not serving me. It's not serving my highest and best good. So I'm going to literally reform the way I think about things and the way I'm perceiving them so that things can change. It says, I would love to tell you that as soon as you learn and use this message, that your life's problems will fade away and everything will be a utopia. Things will change quickly in some storylines that you've cleared. Others may take a little more time, depending on how much you've reaffirmed those storylines and how much energy you put into them. So just know that. So it says, but before you actually see the difference, it just may take a little bit more time. So be patient. It says there will be other storylines that will show up to get your attention until your accumulated beliefs are released. From that point, all the new negative storylines will be generated from your now moment thoughts or new beliefs. Kind of like instant karma. As soon as you think of something that's not in line with your true self, peace, love, and joy, a storyline will be generated. Something negative will happen and you will ask yourself, what was I just thinking? That's why I say, when you guys have anything that pops up in your life that doesn't feel good, ask yourself, what was I just doing? What was I just thinking? Who was I just talking to? This is one of those moments I just mentioned when it's much easier to find out what the belief was. I would be at work or reading or watching something on TV, and all of a sudden I would get a sharp pain in my back. Well, that got my attention. I would ask myself, what was I just thinking? Did it serve me to think that? Just as suddenly as it appeared, it went away. I learned to use the tool of the mind to release beliefs. Most of the time, I saw immediate changes for the better in my life, health, relationship, and spiritual. Some are changing more slowly. I don't know what they will end up looking like. I just know that they will be in line with unconditional love, joy, and peace, which is your true nature. As I continue to be more of myself, God, aka God, they will change. With each belief you release, your frequency will rise in the little self, which is your ego. You will now be experiencing this physical reality from a new perspective. Likewise, the people, places, and things of this higher reality will be ones matching your new frequency, so they may seem a little different. You have seamlessly moved from one dimension to a higher one. Remember how I was just talking about how there was multiple like realities going on? This is how you timeline shift, basically. It says they will look relatively the same with more and more of your beliefs released over time. There will be a more distinctive difference. What we're working towards during this process is a continual raising of the little self, which is your ego's perspective, consciousness, and the reality awareness. It is that simple once you have this agreement with the mind, and we're making it today. So the example says Tom has had episodes of acute fear since childhood every time he would find himself in an enclosed space. He was unaware that in another life during the dark ages, he had encountered an injury that caused him to appear to be dead. He was placed in a pine box and buried. After this had transpired, he awakened to his dilemma. The terror that he had experienced from that occurrence carried over to this life. He studied many techniques to release the negative emotions that were in his life he felt for him. Those methods were complicated with a lot of unnecessary steps. The next time Tom experienced one of those negative emotions, he asked himself, does that serve me? Then he checked within for confirmation and got that it didn't. But he really didn't have to check because it will always work. The knowing of the highest self, God, and understanding that the negative thought, belief, and emotion did not serve his highest and best good allowed him to detach from each experience like that from now on, basically. So anytime that fear comes back up, he goes, okay, wait, I know that this is not serving me to go back into this way of thinking. And using the mind technique, we have been focusing on those thoughts, beliefs that don't serve us. Does any belief serve my highest good? Will the sun still come up in the east and set in the west without me believing in it? Beliefs and expectation limit the infinite creative flow, which you, God, your higher self, from the beginning, something even greater than what you could have ever imagined and believe. And literally, when you do this technique, you will understand that you could be thinking that your dream lover is this, and this, and not even realize that the universe has something way greater in store for you, something that you could have never thought of in your wildest dreams. And I've literally had this happen before. So it's just double confirmation, triple confirmation. It says, if we would get out of the way, our little self, our ego mind would get out of the way, focusing in the now, in love, joy, and peace, our true essence would create a reality that would match these qualities, unlimited by any of our beliefs. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why this book is so good. And doing the mind technique, you may need to read through that chapter a couple of times just to get it down. But literally making those storylines of those beliefs and knowing that with each storyline there could be hundreds and hundreds of beliefs associated. So just releasing those beliefs and knowing that that a belief does not serve you. When you believe something, you're shackling yourself to a certain type of creation. You're basically tying yourself up. And so by you being able to release those storylines, I'm not good enough, I'm not safe, I don't feel happy, those are all storylines, or I was abused. All of that is storylines. And like the book says, you don't have to know every single belief to release to know that an entire storyline and all the beliefs attached to it don't serve you. And so, yeah, this is going to help you develop your discernment. And I love the last chapter in this book because it talks about how you can be an intuitive person and do all of this stuff, and you don't have to be psychic. Like literally. It literally talks about that, about your inner connection. So I would work with that technique and basically know that you don't have, like, you guys are very psychic, but you don't have to be psychic to have an intuitive connection and to get yes and no answers from your higher self, right? That is something that anybody could pick this book up and complete it and do it. Yes, we rebuke and remove all negative storylines that we may have unintentionally created, and the ones that we have intentionally created. And just know that, you tell yourself your story. Just know that, like, if it's important for you to know what a belief is, that belief, the universe will draw in a situation or reality to where you will have to acknowledge it and say that it's not good for you, basically, or you'll have a repetitive thought pattern. So just know that you don't have to go searching or digging for those beliefs, the ones that you become consciously aware of, that the universe will bring in a new storyline showing you that you have a belief that you need to clear. And so that when anything doesn't feel good, yes, intentionally and unintentionally created. When anything doesn't feel good in your reality, you guys use that mind technique and go, what was I just thinking? Who was I just around? What was I just doing? What was I just watching on TV? Just like how he explained, he could be watching something on TV that could have triggered him to have that sharp pain. Then when he releases the beliefs, literally, it goes away. Oh, you're welcome. You're very welcome, Fashionista. I know that that's going to really help you. That way, if any more beliefs come up, you can address it immediately. And so you're not allowing the reality just to continue to create. Okay, so what would the Most High God do? Wow, how ironic. That's the next card. The Most High God is about to do an intervention on this air earth sign cusp. And I'm going to make some type of chart that talks about all of the cusps, because I don't know all of them. But I do know that there is Capricorn, Aquarius, and there's Virgo, Libra. I feel like it's more of a Capri. Yeah, this person was a troll. They were never your friend. They were just trolling. You have pain in your spine. Wow. So yeah, you may pay a price. Just do the mind technique, literally. And I put the link to this book in the chat. And it's fairly cheap. I don't know if there's a digital version, but having the physical book is really good. So this person was a friend, was an ex, okay, they're remote viewing you. They're making a wish against you. This is their current energy. They want to know what's coming into your life so that they can sabotage it. But I don't feel like this person's getting any true accurate answers. So yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's okay. You know what? I'm disabled as well. I'm not on disability yet, but I should be. I should have been fucking years ago, but literally it's like a 2 years process. So it's okay. Everybody's going through a healing period. Okay, good. You are having pain on your belly and your lower back. So that's probably related to your sacral chakra, which has to do with emotions. And if you're feeling abandoned by God, that may be something that you want to look at, because you're actually, you are God. Your higher self is God. So there's no possible way you could abandon yourself, if that makes sense. You got somebody that's using wishes against you. They don't want to see you successful. This person's trying to energy harvest off of you. When you start to feel that lower back pain and you feel somebody tugging on your energy, that's when you need to go, okay, do the mind technique, question your mind. And we've already made the agreement with the mind that anytime that you do this mind technique and you're like, what beliefs are serving me, the mind is going to select them. And by you acknowledging that they are not necessary for your development, it will release them. So that part is important. But also, when you feel that tugging of your energy, call your energy and your power back to you, because it means somebody is trying to harvest off of you. And for whatever reason, okay, you're dealing with somebody that is a vampire. They don't generate good energy themselves. And whoever this person is, they want you to feel abandoned by God for some reason. Then this is literally, I feel like you guys are going to have a major revelation about who this person was and why they were doing this. Because it feels like they want to compete with you. To be honest, this person's cheating, competing, lying, deceiving, hoodwinking. They've got real bad intentions. And I don't know if this person is fully aware of what is about to happen to them. I really don't. I think they're spending all of their time spying on you guys. You got mine on eBay. Nice. Less than $10. That's awesome. Yeah. You're a mid back and lower back. Yeah. Absolutely. That has to do with, feeling abandoned. Yeah, absolutely. And you're not being abandoned. God is here for you. God is literally, you are God. Like God, you can't even abandon yourself. It's only through our thoughts that causes the separation, because we think that God is an external entity, and it's really not. It's something within. And Jesus went within. He went to the Father. He went within all of the time. Your ex is a Sagittarius. Interesting. Sagittarius are usually good energy. But yeah, you guys could be dealing with a couple different people that are just bent out of shape. You know, you do have somebody that wants to commit a crime against you. They want to take your life from you. This is why when you feel that tugging, your mid to lower back, that is your solar plexus, which is where your energy center is, and your sacral. You need to call that energy and that power back to you. Do not allow anybody to bully you out of your spot. Somebody wants to blackmail you and they want to frame you and set you up. This person's also trying to use some type of rule against you, and they're not going to get away with that, because there is no rule that says that you can't defend yourself, like literally. No, I don't feel like whatever that has to do is with it has to do with an age gap. I feel like it has to do with something sexual. But yeah, you just need to cleanse your space of this person, continue to bless your property, do a smudging ritual, do a releasing ritual. You may need to sometimes when you're being bullied, you have to release the person. And sometimes if you have an ex that's trying to hold on to you, just need to release them and say, God, whatever needs to be done to release this person out of my energy, I pray that that be done. You can also be asking your higher self to show you what you need to do. What she likes girls instead, that could very well be possible. But you want to be asking yourself what you need to do to basically just release this person. Or what you could also say, God, please show me who this person is so that I can avoid them. Like at all costs, basically. But yeah. All right, let's get a conclusion. You could be a content creator. Maybe somebody doesn't want you to be on the internet, or they don't want you to be a shaman or a healer or a psychic or whatever. Dude, this is not somebody's fucking business. I don't know why they won't get out of the energy, but God, please show us, like, this is because of this. The force of light is within you. You revealing your truth threatens them all. You be speaking your truth threatens this person. And this person is having nightmares about you. You could be getting dream downloads about this person. They could be entering the dream state and like bothering the heck out of you. Yeah, I would cancel and rebuke anytime you wake up from a dream and there's an ex that was in that dream, or somebody that's chasing you, or if you feel afraid, do the mind technique and say, what within this dream, what is the storyline going on with this in this dream? You write down being chased, being harassed, being stalked, and then just go, okay, first of all, I cancel and rebuke everything with that, and then do the mind technique of what beliefs am I holding on to? Because you're the one that has the ultimate power over your dream space, over your home, over your life. And we need to stop giving these external people that are pieces of shit, literal pieces of dog turd. And I'm not trying to be judgmental, but I kind of am sometimes. But it's just when people, they just do too much. It's like, we need to stop giving the power to these people and giving them power over us by thinking that they can do anything. These people are already powerless. These people have to remote view you, to stalk you, to find out what you're up to. Like, just know that these people are pathetic. They want you to self-martyr or self-sacrifice. This person's like, just lay down and die. Just give me your destiny. Just forfeit your profit. Like, what? No, you're not going to do that. This person also wants you to forget, lose track of time. Like, they want you to lose track of time so that you miss your destiny or you miss your mark. It doesn't matter what door you open in this world. You could go through many different timelines, many different doors. You're going to be led back to the truth. You know what I mean? Yeah, literally. You're going to be led to the truth. And you can always ask God to show you, a vision, basically, of who these people are, what they're doing. One card for the present energy, and then this church members came out. So maybe these people are a part of some type of church, or maybe they want, it's like Lutherans, Baptists, Protestants, Jehovah Witness, Christians, Catholic, LDS, Saints. Okay, can I get some clarification on that card? What in the hell is that about? Has somebody gone to a religion? There could be a fire sign, okay? Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Is somebody gone to a religion and made a complaint about you, or what is this about? Somebody's pissed off about your content creation because it's going to expose them. But whatever this is that you're working on, they did not want me to talk about that. Okay, you got a fire sign that's trying to use religion to block you. I'm sorry, but God does not back religion. Your higher self will free you from this. This person wants to use some type of religious dogma against you, and it's a no. Okay, it's a big no. Yeah, they're creating a false narrative about you and telling these people of this religion. These people of this religion are not stupid. They can see that you're anointed to do something here. The archetypes. So what is it that these people are focusing on that they can't let go of? Yeah, you could have a fire sign that is, very insecure right now. Maybe they feel like running to one of these religions is going to help them get this negative karma off their back. I doubt it. I'm sorry, but I doubt it. I feel like what goes around comes around, and what these people sent out, they will get back. That's just confirmation. That's just the inevitability of the law of attraction. Nobody can outrun karma, the law of attraction, the law of one. Nobody can outrun God. Nobody can outrun your higher self. Like, you're dealing with people that will never acknowledge their soul, or they don't have one. The shapeshifter. This fire sign could be a shapeshifter. They could be going confirmation. They could be going between masculine and feminine energy consistently. Ridiculous. What are all of those things for? Oh, nonsense. So you could be getting a lot of notifications in the spirit that are about these people and their nonsense. Somebody wants you in warrior mode. They feel like you should have to defend your perspective. This person's like, fight us. They want a fight. These people do not actually want you to fight them, because you will fight them with the truth. Aletheia. She is the Greek goddess of truth. These people don't actually want you to step into your warrior mode, because you will fight them with the truth. And these people will not gain the victory with a lie. The vessel. The truth is that you're a vessel for God to work through. The empty room. These people are voids on the inside. They're empty. They don't have any soul. They're NPCs. They're literally NPCs. These people are bots. I'm also seeing cyberbully. See, you are the one. These people know that you're the one. That's why they won't leave you alone. The desert. Remember how Jesus went into the desert and meditated to connect with God? He disconnected himself from food, from water, and was there, like kind of how Shiva sat in meditation for a very long time. There may be the need for you guys to do some more meditation. It could really help you at this time to just calm your mind down and calm your thoughts. The fault line. Yeah, because these people are trying to trigger something like to occur that would be really negative. And no, I would rebuke them. These people do not know what they're doing. I'm not joking. The king. These people think that they're physical. They think that they're the king, basically. They think that their religion is king, and no, it's not. I'm sorry, but it's really not. Not only that, King James was a homosexual that hated women. Okay, he had his own mother murdered, and he wrote a book on demonology before he had the Bible written, okay, in the King James version. So just know that. Like, lots of people don't know that about him, that he was homosexual and that he hated women. That's why he murdered his mother, and well, he had his mother executed, say murdered her, but he had her executed, confirmation, and he had his, first and second wife, I think, executed as well. I mean, he like literally abandoned the Catholic Church because he wanted to marry Anne Boleyn, or Anne, yeah, I think her name was Anne Boleyn. If you don't know about the show, The Tudors, you may want to watch that. There could be some downloads in that show. But like literally what I'm hearing is that Christ and the Most High God is king. And as long as you continue to put yourself before these people, you're going to have the victory. Somebody feels like they're going to just move to another part of the country and they're going to escape karma. That is not what's going to happen. Like, it's not possible. It's literally not possible to escape karma. People either have to acknowledge that they've done wrong and change their karma by doing the right thing, or they have to go through the negative karma. So just know, yes, the show The Tutors is on Netflix. Absolutely. So this earth air sign, continue to cleanse your space and clear your beliefs about them. Okay. And if they want to continue to try to fucking murder you, basically, and get other things to try to come for you, this person will be forced to repent. And again, they really need to apologize to the Most High, because they are blocking the Most High by them doing voodoo on you and trying to block you and stop you because they're angry that you have moved on. This person needs to literally grow the fuck up. People are allowed to move on in their lives, like straight up. I don't care if you have a child with this person or not, or however you're connected to them, you're allowed to move on and you're allowed to be who you are. Literally, this person, if they come in wanting to humble you or wanting to ask for forgiveness, tell them to go to God. Like, I'm not joking about that. Tell them to literally go to God. Okay. Because they don't really need your forgiveness. You forgive yourself for ever encountering them, but literally go to God. Tell them to go to God. Wow. Take a gunshot at you in your current home? No way. Yeah, rebuke these people. Literally. Rebuke them. And know that you have the power to create your own reality. That's basically what free will is we can choose the next thoughts that we can think. And so we can choose to think bad things about our situation, or we can choose to think good things. I suggest that you guys choose to think good things. That's your free will, what free will is. And again, anybody trying to manipulate your thoughts, your beliefs, or anything, cancel and rebuke that, because you have power over your mind. Don't ever let anybody and this is why I said we need to stop giving our power away to these people that keep attacking us, because literally when we think that they have some type of power over us, that's when we put the ball in their court, and the ball is never in their court. It's always in our court with what we think, what we align our beliefs with, and the actions that we take. Okay. Experiments. Exactly. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Know that MK Ultra is going to do this earth air sign in, and that you're being favored at this time. So just continue to work on yourselves. Love yourselves. Okay. Peace be with you. I'll see you guys in the next reading, and I love you so much. All right. Giving you guys air hugs and lots of support. Okay. Thank you guys for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and the donations. No donation is too small, and all of them do not go unnoticed. And thank you guys so much. I love you so much. Peace be with you. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. Bye. Have a wonderful day, you guys.